Kate Rooney, thank you very much. All right, for more on all this, Alexis Ohanian joins us now, founder of the venture capital fund 776, co-founder and former executive chairman of Reddit. Alexis, great to chat with you again. All right,
great to be back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, what's your view on crypto? It has made people a ton of money if you invested in it a few years ago. Been a rough ride lately. What's the Ohanian take?
Well, look, I've been very fortunate having been a seed investor in Coinbase back in 2012. I've been in the space for a while. I've certainly benefited from that. And I really do believe that the underlying technology here is real. Blockchain tech is real. And you need to look no further than just all of the really talented people, as you said, leaving in droves from big tech to go be a part of this and go build. And I've been successful as an investor, generally following where the smartest people, the smartest builders in my network are going to spend their time. And blockchain technology is it. It is still going to be very volatile. There's still a lot more work to be done. But this technology is real, and it's here to stay.
Yeah, but how much of it is here to stay? 1870, what? There are a couple hundred railroads, Alexis. We had a couple hundred radio companies back in the 1920s. It comes down to 3 or 4. Car companies the same way. There's like 50 coins now. Are they all going to survive?
Absolutely not. And the vast majority, whether we're talking about blockchains or even NFTs, you all had me on back in March to talk about the proliferation of NFTs at just the very start of it. Alternative assets as a whole are going to be a big part of people's portfolios in the future. And the next generation is not going to think about stocks and bonds the way the 60-40 sort of split used to be. At least it was positioned to me as a kid. Today, though, it's going to be very diverse, very broad. And cryptocurrency is going to be a part of it. Blockchain technology is going to underlie a lot of it. But to your point, when any of these big technological shifts happen, I wasn't alive during the railroads, but when these shifts happen, consolidation follows. And in particular with technology, there's a handful of very big winners. And then a lot of the companies, a lot of the new technologies do fade. And so it's incumbent to do the work, do the research, and really be looking towards the long term if you're looking anywhere in this space.
Well, first off, you're not that young. And there are still railroads, by the way. Ellicott City, Maryland, I think, has one that goes right through it.
Shout out. We do have one.
Goes right through it, Alexis. All right, so let's talk about, I want to pivot to Early Bird. You've just invested in a firm called Early Bird. Now, this is enabling people to set up accounts, there it is, for new babies or young people, grandma and grandpa, uncles, friends, yourself, parents can invest in their children's future. You just said stocks and bonds. When we look at Early Bird, what can we invest in? Could we throw cryptocurrencies at our new babies?
I can't break any news yet, but for the time being, you've got a range of more traditional financial investments. The nice thing is, I remember my great aunt Vera, public school teacher in Brooklyn, her entire life, saved money for me, gave me a savings bond when I was born, and I'm sure was getting a great interest rate back then. That notion today doesn't really exist for the modern parent or uncle or aunt or what have you. And what's so powerful about Early Bird is they're taking investing, creating an experience for parents, for family members, loved ones, to make the gift of a long-term investment that can compound over decades of a child's life. That actually starts to bring another level to investment in a child's future. And, we all have a smartphone now. The ability to tie that gift, whether it's in a few shares of a stock or maybe perhaps one day a fraction of a cryptocurrency, that to tie that in with a short story, a video, something that feels intimate and personal is powerful. And look, I know I'm in a very fortunate position. My daughter, Olympia, we're going to do everything we can to support her. We have an amazing family there to help sort of bring her up with the experience of understanding financial literacy and everything else. It shouldn't just be for little girls like her. Every kid should have access to this. And I think financial literacy is something too that's going to be thought about very differently among this new generation, because so much of where they're going to go to learn about it, of what they're going to be able to invest in, is going to be as unique and different as ever evolving as possible. And the portfolios of the future are going to have fractional ownership of rare sneakers and Michael Jordan rookie cards and cryptocurrencies and all kinds of things that right now we're still only able to wonder about because this technology is still so early.